The market shoots higher as we head into Thanksgiving weekend. Are the bulls back in control? This is Invest with Jacob. All right, guys, so the bears tried to take it lower in the overnights and failed again at support, which gave the bulls all the energy they needed to take the market higher. Now the question is, are they taking it higher in a bigger B wave, or are they trying to push toward that 4,100 to 4,150 area? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, it is Thanksgiving weekend, and I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you to all of you who watch my videos, comment, even if you're a troll, like, dislike, and engage, share, do all of those things. All of you that have subscribed to my service and helped support me in building this, I really appreciate all of you. I'm very thankful for all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family over this weekend. All right, guys, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500, and I do think it's pretty clear our parameters of what we're looking at going forward. There are two major paths that we're tracking, and they basically look like this. So the first path will be the bearish path that we've been tracking for a while here, and that's where you have this high, and we come down in a bigger wave A, and then what we thought was wave B was right here, but given today's move up, that means they're making a bigger B wave potentially. So we're looking at this being an A, B, C up for B into this 40.19 area. And then from there, we would look for a C wave down towards 38.50 to give us the initial A wave of the bigger B wave lower. And what I mean by that is we're looking at this red A wave and then a B and then a C lower to complete this bigger B wave lower. So the initial A wave of this bigger B wave down here. So that is the initial bearish path where we would look for this move down into the 38.50 area and then a bounce up from there in B and then another move down towards 3,700. And that's the one we've been tracking for a while. Again, we thought this was potentially the B wave, but with the move up, the B wave could be just a little bit bigger up into this area. Now, the reason the parameters are pretty clear is that we have basically, I wouldn't call it a line in the sand, but it is a it is an area we want to pay attention to, and if they break up over that area, it becomes very likely we're headed towards 4,100 to 4,150, and that's the 4019 level for a couple of reasons. Number one, it is the 1.0 extension of these two moves here where you see that green 1 and green 2, and it is also the 764 retrace of the move down, which is a common target for a B wave. So it is possible that we are getting that area, but if the bulls are able to drive up through this 4019 area, then we're looking at a pattern that plays out where this is wave 1 of a diagonal, because look, if you look, this is a 3-wave structure. Okay, you got A, B, and C up, and then you got 2 down, and then we'd be building wave 3 up toward the 4070 area, and then get a wave 4 down to 4020, and then ultimately a push up toward that 4100 to 4150 area up here to complete wave 5, okay, of C of the bigger A wave here in red. So you see this C wave here. If they complete this move higher, C just moves over here, and A moves over as well. So that would be the C wave of this bigger A wave, and then we would start that bigger B wave down, okay? Since we did not finish it here, we would start the B wave down towards that 3,700 area from around 4,100 to 4,150 if that's the case. So two pretty simple paths and one pretty simple parameter. We're looking at, again, this being a potential B wave down toward 3850 and then continuing on after a bounce. Or if they can push through the 4019 area, okay, it becomes more likely they're going to chase it up towards this 4,100 level to complete this wave A. If you made me bet on which one I think is going to happen, I honestly think they may push up, and I know I've been saying this is unlikely, and the reason was the NASDAQ was very ugly, but they made a new low on the NASDAQ to build off of, and we'll look at that in just a minute. So this structure for a diagonal is pretty bullish. They're about to break through 4019, or they're coming up on it. And I do think that because of that and seasonality, if you look at this week and next week, it's a very bullish week seasonally. I do think we could see that push to 4,100, but it's not clear. It's not like it's 80-20 that it's going to happen. I think it's closer to 50-50, but if you made me pick one, I would say the move higher. Over on the NASDAQ, As you can imagine, similar patterns, but not exactly the same on the NASDAQ. One of the things that happened that kind of changed my thought is the NASDAQ made a poke low. So off of this low, the NASDAQ pattern is super ugly. And that's why I didn't think higher was probable without breaking this low. And I thought if they did break this low, we would probably head directly lower. But they poked lower. They got themselves a new low to build off of, and they're starting to build a structure up from here. And so on the NASDAQ, we are looking at this being potentially the A wave down with a B wave bounce toward the 11,850 area, and then C down toward that 11,100 area we've been talking about to complete their bigger B wave down. Now, the bullish alternative is very similar to the ES, and that is going to be, we're looking at this being a wave 4 down and then building a 5-wave structure up toward the 12,300 area to complete that move higher on the NASDAQ, and then we would look to start that bigger B wave down for the NASDAQ towards the 11,100 area, this B wave down here. So for the NASDAQ, they need to push it up over the 11,843 area, and that would be a good indication that we are heading up towards the 12,300 area, and then a push over 11,977 would be a very strong indicator that we're on our way to 12,300 there. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it will take you right over to the webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, and make sure it's for you before you ever spend a penny. In my first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, as well as a midday video where we break down the market at around lunchtime to go over where exactly we are in the counts. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a very cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. It's something you really have to see to understand, which is another reason you get that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account and trades it using mini ES futures averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can make some money together. Key takeaways for today. Pretty clear on the ES. As long as they stay below that 4019 level, we should have pressure down towards the 3850 area, and then a small bounce and then further down. However, if they are able to push over 4020, then we would look for a direct move higher up to that 4100 to 4150 area to complete this bigger wave A pattern. On the NASDAQ, same type of deal. They made a new low and they're starting to build a move up. We would look for them to hold the 11,843 area and then push down in wave B toward 11,100 from there. However, if they do push over the 11,843 area, the next level we would look for is 11,977. Through that, and it becomes very likely we're on our way to 12,300. Guys, it is Thanksgiving weekend. There will be no video on Friday. I hope you all have a wonderful time with your family and everyone is happy, safe, and healthy. Have a great weekend. Happy Thanksgiving. I will talk to you next week.